Many years ago, in a once barren and empty land, a legend was born. They spoke of an enormous power, a mysterious source of strength and untold riches, radiating from the very center of the world. As the legend spread like wildfire, people from every corner began their journey towards this mythical center. Farmers were the first to arrive, drawn by the fertile blessing that made their crops grow taller, stronger, and more bountiful than anywhere else. Soon a humble village arose nearby. With the slow trickle of riches it transformed, humble wooden and cobblestone homes gave way to vibrant, colorful buildings that sparkled with life and prosperity. Fishermen followed, casting their lines into waters that seemed to teem with life like never before. Librarians and scholars resettled there too, eager to study the strange and ancient power, filling their libraries with knowledge and wonder. What started as a whisper in the wind has become something far greater. Today, this world stands as a living testament to that legend, a massive, thriving civilization built around the source of its power. And now, after 2,500 days of survival, building and adventure, I am taking you on a full tour of everything we've created together. My name is Henry Yu, and welcome to my 2,500 day world tour. Alright everyone, welcome to the very first stop on our 2,500 day world tour, the viewer and supporter area. As we come down these stairs, you'll immediately notice these 5 armor stands. These are my personal skins, the 5 different looks I've used throughout the 2 years that I have been creating content. It's a kind of a little timeline of my Minecraft journey with all of you. We have 2 special dedicated sections down here. First up, a big shout out to Pon and Lucas. These 2 legends have been with me since the very beginning, back when I was still streaming on YouTube. They followed me over to Twitch and have been supporting the stream ever since. So they get their own special spot in this world. Over here is another special area dedicated to the very first 3 subscribers on my Twitch channel. A special thank you to Sir Henry, Misfit Mutts and Daily Freshness. These early supporters helped me get things started, and I wanted to give them a permanent place here as a thank you. Throughout the rest of this area you'll see dozens of armor stands displaying skins from many of our amazing viewers and supporters. Every single one of these represents somebody who's been part of the journey. If you're watching right now and you'd love to have your own Minecraft Java skin displayed in this world too, it's really simple. Just come along, hang out with us on Twitch. That's where we do most of the live world building these days. Join the stream, drop by, and who knows, your skin might be the next one added to the wall. With that said, let's keep moving. There's a lot more to explore. Next up, we have one of my favorite automated setups in the entire world, the combined gunpowder and sugarcane farm. Right here is a creeper farm. You can see the spawning platform where creepers spawn naturally. To help move things along, we've got a few cats perched in the area. They scare the creepers so they run straight into the water streams. From there, the creepers drop down, land on a campfire and burn to a crisp, giving us that sweet gunpowder which gets collected in the chest below. Now, right directly underneath the creeper farm sits the sugarcane farm. We've built 4 separate modules here for maximum efficiency. Whenever the sugarcane gets tall enough, the observers detect it and trigger a row of pistons that neatly harvest the entire row at once. The harvested sugarcane then gets collected by a minecart that only gets triggered when this harvest happens. This clever little minecart carries everything over and deposits the sugarcane straight into the same drop shaft as the gunpowder falls down. So both resources end up landing in the exact same chest. Super efficient. From that main chest, a hard-working copper golem picks up the items and sends them off through a transport system towards our storage area. Once they arrive, another copper golem takes over and sorts the gunpowder and sugarcane into their dedicated chests. And here's the smart safety feature. When the gunpowder chest gets full, a redstone circuit automatically shuts down the creeper farm and disables the sugarcane collection minecart. This prevents any overflow or clogging. Everything stays nice and tidy. This duo of farms work together beautifully and keeps us well supplied for our flight rocket needs. Pretty cool, right? Alright, now we're moving into the heart of our iron production, the iron farm and bulk storage area. This iron farm might look simple, but after 2500 days of constant use, it has given us an absolute ton of iron. We've also tucked 3 librarian villagers in here who sell looting, silk touch and fortune enchanted books. Very handy. Over here is our dedicated zombie. He's always ready to give the villagers a good scare. When we flip the switch outside the farm, the villagers can see the zombie, panic and call for an iron golem. The golem spawns up on the top platform, gets swept down the water stream, hits the lava and burns up, dropping fresh iron ingots and those beautiful poppies for us to use. Right in the same room, we have the bulk storage system. This is where all our basic building blocks go, from stone, dirt, sand, deep slate and many more. Each module can hold just over 21,000 items. You can drop materials from the surface through the overhead drop hole, or bring them straight into the room and throw them in this water stream. Everything gets automatically sorted into the correct sections, and at the very end there's an overflow module that catches anything that doesn't get sorted, or when one of the modules are already full. The system works really well and has been super useful, though I have to admit, all those hoppers do create quite a bit of lag. I am planning to redesign this whole setup in the near future to make it more efficient, but for now it gets the job done and keeps our massive stockpiles organized. Every solid Minecraft world needs a good storage system, and here is ours. This one is still fully manual, not automated yet, but I've tried to organize the chests into logical sections so everything is easy to find. As you can see, we are not using all the chests yet, and there's even more space upstairs where even fewer chests are filled. Up on the upper level, I've set up a cozy little office area, and right behind it is our bedroom corner. This is where I keep the really valuable stuff safe: diamonds, emeralds, gold and iron blocks. As an extension to the storage warehouse, we have a small smelting setup with 4 furnaces. They are fed directly from chests for both the items to smelt and the fuel. Speaking of fuel, just around the corner is a little lava farm that keeps us stocked with 2 full double chests of lava buckets. That gives us plenty of smelting power before we need to refuel. In the same room as the smelters, we've got some extra storage dedicated to ore blocks. It's a simple, mostly manual system for now, but it's been reliable and has served us really well throughout the 2500 days. One day I'll automate the whole thing, but for the moment the setup gets the job done nicely. Next up, we have our bamboo and wood production area. Let's start with a fully automated bamboo farm. It's a simple but effective design. Observers watch for when the bamboo grows tall enough, then trigger the pistons to harvest it all in one go. Underneath, a minecart runs back and forth to collect every piece of bamboo. The bamboo then gets sent into an autocrafter that turns it straight into bamboo blocks. From there, a water stream carries the blocks over to a storage chest where they are ready to be turned into sticks, chests, or any other bamboo items we might need. Right next to it is our manual tree farm. Inside, we have a strip of dirt where we plant the saplings and use bone meal to speed up their growth. Once they grow up, we chop them down, and everything, logs, saplings and leaves, gets collected by a clever combination of water streams and rails. It all flows into a copper chest where our hard-working copper golems take over and sort the logs, saplings and leaves into their own dedicated chests. In front of each storage area we've planted small custom mini trees of every type. There's a cute little cherry tree right in front of the cherry log storage, and the same for all the other wood types. It makes the whole area look nice and organized. To finish off this section, we've added a few decorative workstations scattered around. One over to the front and another right at the back. Over here you can see some nice piles of logs next to a fully loaded wagon. The wagon even has a driver with a loyal dog sitting right beside him on the seat to transport the logs wherever they need to go. It's a fun little detail that brings the whole farm to life. With bamboo and wood fully covered now, let's head over to the next area. We now move on to one of the most productive areas in the entire world, the farmer villagers area. We have 4 dedicated crop farms here, from wheat, beetroot, carrots up to potatoes. The farmer villagers automatically harvests everything, and the crops drop into a water stream that carries them straight to our central crop silo. The silo is pretty massive. It has space for over 21,000 items of each crop type. Underground, right next to the silo, we also have a simple pumpkin and melon farm. The melons get sent through an autocrafter first to turn the slices back into whole melons, making them perfect for trading. From the silo, I bring the harvested crops over to this little farmer's market setup, where I trade them directly with farmer villagers. These trades give me a great supply of emeralds, but more importantly, after 2500 days they still provide all the XP I need to repair and enchant my gear. Over time the silo has been filling up really well, so I had to add a small bone block production plant right next to it. Any overflow from the silo gets turned into bone meal using composters, then crafted into bone blocks through autocrafters. It's a nice way to make sure we use any extra crops instead of letting them go to waste. The whole setup keeps our food supply strong, gives us steady emeralds, and fuels all of our enchanting and repairs. Pretty efficient little ecosystem, if I say so myself. One of the most decorated and cozy builds in the entire world is this little farmhouse. Originally this was built to just house the villager breeder, but I kind of got carried away with the decoration. As you walk in through the front door, upstairs you will find a small working area and a couple of bedrooms. Downstairs we have a big work table covered with tools and items, a cute little kitchen area and a casual seating space with plenty of chairs and benches for relaxing. One of my favorite details is this 500-day world map hanging on the wall. If you remember the 2000-day map we saw earlier in the storage area, you can really see how much this world has grown and changed since then. Because we filled the house so much with decoration and furniture, there wasn't any space left for the actual villager breeder, so we moved it underground. Down here we have a cozy little waiting area, and through the fence gates is the breeding room. We can easily feed the villagers from above. Fruit drops through the trapdoors, the villagers share it, and before you know it, babies start appearing. Once the villagers grow up, we gently guide them towards their boats and take them into the curing area, where they get to have a little chat with Zombertina, our friendly local zombie. After that not so pleasant conversation, we give them a splash potion of weakness and a golden apple, and in no time the zombification is cured, leaving them ready to trade at better prices. From here we can easily lead the cured villagers back out in their little boats and transport them wherever we need them in the world. It's definitely not the most efficient or compact villager setup out there, but it works perfectly for what I need, and I love how it turned out. And just have a look at this beautiful red barn. Out front you will notice the huge sliding doors for the entrance and a fun little crane system that lifts hay bales up to the upper floor. To the side we have a pen for our horses and donkeys, and around the back there's extra space for more farm animals, including a very special pen just for the pigs. But the real magic happens on the inside. We've got sheep in all 16 colors, and the entire setup is fully automatic. They get sheared automatically, giving me a constant supply of every color of wool I could ever need. Right next to the barn is a smaller building dedicated to our bees. We've added some automation here too, so they steadily produce honeycomb, and that honeycomb will come in very handy once I start using a lot more copper in future builds. This barn gives the whole area such a warm and classic feel, while staying super useful and fitting perfectly into the area. Next up is one of the most important buildings in the entire world, the Librarian Trading Hall. I decided to give this build a completely different look, switching to a darker blackstone palette with amethyst trims to really make the area stand out. On the outside you'll see some simple but nice decorations, but the real value is inside. We currently have 27 librarian villagers working here. Altogether they can provide every single one of the 40 enchanted books that are available from villager trades. It's the perfect way to spend all those emeralds we've been earning from the farmer villagers. Besides the enchanted books, these librarians also handle all my glass and lantern needs. And of course, the hall includes a full level 30 enchantment table setup. On the top level, I've set up a little office desk so I can sit and keep an eye on my hard working employees while they write all those magical books that make life in Minecraft so much better. I'm honestly really happy with how this building turned out, even though I don't need to trade with them as much anymore. It's incredibly reassuring to know that if anything ever happens to my gear, I can relatively easily get most of those powerful enchantments back. This trading hall has been a game changer for this world. Following this path out of the main settlement, we eventually arrive at a quiet little campsite tucked under the mountain. Nothing too fancy, just a peaceful rest area for the wary traveler or explorer passing through. But if you head down these doors and down the hallway, it opens up into one of my absolute favorite decorated rooms in the entire world. Our skeleton spawner room. Let me show you how it works. When I flip this switch, the spawner activates and skeletons start spawning. They get swept away by a water stream and funneled straight into a kill chamber over here. As I take them out, all the drops are collected and sent to the processing and sorting area, where we automatically filter out arrows, perfect for restocking my mending bow, and the bones get grafted into bone blocks through an auto crafting system. The decoration in this room is honestly some of my favorite in the whole 2500 day world. It has such a cool atmospheric vibe while still being really useful. Before we head into the Nether for the final major build on this tour, I thought it would be nice to show you a few other spots around the world that didn't quite make it into their own full sections. But first, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the tour, I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. It helps the channel a ton. And don't forget to come hang out with us live on Twitch. That's where most of the world building actually happens. Now, let's jump back in. Here we have a lovely little pond and picnic area that we built together during a live stream, with lots of great ideas coming straight from the viewers in chat. Moving along, we reached the colourful village. This area was heavily inspired by the Bo-Kaap in Cape Town, South Africa, those famous rows of brightly painted houses. We even added this little channel connecting the two rivers. One funny moment happened when this iron golem kept jumping into the water, so one of the live viewers suggested we name him Big Fish. He now has a permanent home right here in the channel. Next to the channel is another small house we built, home to a few leather workers and cartographer villagers. They are mainly useful for item frames from the cartographers. And over on the banks of the lake is one more build, a nice little house for our fishermen villagers. The only useful trade here is campfires, but I'm still really happy with how the building turned out. With that said, let's head into the Nether and check out the last big project on this tour. Alright everyone, we've made it to the last major stop in this 2500 day world tour, the Froglight farm in the Nether. At this point every build feels like my favorite, but this one is genuinely special. I originally came here to loot a bastion remnant and grab my netherite upgrade template, but once I had it I decided to go all in. I tore down the bastion and repurposed the magma cube spawner into this Froglight farm. There's still a chunk of the bastion left to clear out, but that is a future me problem. On the outside I wanted to bring some colour and life to the normally dull Nether, so I added a little flower garden, some small custom trees and a tiny crop garden. It's a small touch, but it makes the whole area feel so much more alive. Inside the building is where the magic happens. We have the spawn chamber with a safe spot for me to stand so the magma cubes can see me and drop down the hole. At the bottom, our three little froggies are waiting for their snack. When they eat the magma cubes, well, they poop out beautiful froglights. It's such a perfect, simple system. While building and testing this farm, we actually ended up with almost a full chest of every color of froglight. So for a long time, I probably won't need to make any more. Turning a dangerous bastion into something useful and colourful, that's the kind of progression that makes 2500 days in one world so rewarding. And that's pretty much the entire 2500 day world tour. From the very first humble village to a fully automated farms, a thriving trading hall, the colourful Bo-Kaap inspired village, and even a Froglight farm in the Nether. It's been an incredible journey watching this world grow. A huge thank you to everyone who's been part of this adventure, whether you've been watching on Twitch, supporting on YouTube, or just joined recently. This world wouldn't be the same without all of you. If you enjoyed the tour, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more long-term survival content. And of course, come say hi live on Twitch. That's where the next 2500 days will be built. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.